Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. My name is Samuel Lojpur. I was just putting the finishing touches on my MATLAB code. It uses a Markov chain in order to... What? You don't know what a Markov chain is? Well, come on. Let me show you.
Have you ever wondered where the word suggestions on your phone come from? You can even just keep tapping the middle word and it comes out with something that kinda makes sense. Try it. How does it know what words I'm about to say? This is actually an algorithm based on a Markov chain. A Markov chain is kinda like a matrix. On the rows it stores the words, or states, that it has seen in the past. On the columns it stores the same states. The inside of this matrix is then filled with the frequency of one word being followed directly by another. For example, if my sample text contains the phrase hello world 9 times, then the entry on the hello row and the world column will be 9. In order to do this, I wrote code that took the text line by line from a text file. I then removed all the confusing punctuation and made everything lowercase for consistency. I also added some brackets at the beginning and end of every line so the code would know what characters start and end sentences.
So now, with a lot of the code done, I just needed some data. Something short and quippy like Twitter. Something recognizable with a distinct voice. Something that used the same words over and over again. A lot. Oh no.
Alright, so I just finished putting all that data in. I got a collection of, well, what is it, basically 2,000 tweets from his Twitter, scraped them off, and now I'm going to test it out. It's going to produce a Markov chain with properties. There we go. If I open this up, I can go to the dictionary right up there, and yeah, here's all the words. They're all sort of separated and out into different cells. There shouldn't be any repeats in here if I did everything correctly. And yeah, also, if we go into here and find the transition matrix, we can see sort of a diagonal row of ones, which is what we would expect, and then a bunch of sort of different values all over the place showing how often one word's followed by another. So it was around this point that I stopped development of the project for the day, but I pretty much picked it up immediately the next day because I had an idea of how to do the next part. Cool, so what I just finished coding is I used the transition matrix, which we have right over here, and took a weighted average of each column for a row. So, for example, here in row 2, there's a 0% chance that we're going to pick the word in the 4th column. There's a very small chance we're going to pick the word in the 3rd column, but there's actually quite a high chance, 159 times greater chance, we're going to pick the word in the 10th column. And I think the word in the 10th column is I, and 2 represents the start. So the start of a tweet is very likely to be followed by the word I, which makes sense. Let's take a look at the code. So what we do here is we do a loop while we haven't reached a character that's likely to be the end character, and we keep taking a weighted average by taking a random number that's smaller than the sum total of the whole row, so that it's more likely to be in range of a big number than a small one. Finally, we take the index of that one and we pass it backwards so that it's the word for the next phrase. But when we do the final generation, we end up with a phrase like, "Wow, President Obama's mistakes. A clue at Teamsters. Have a great Easter. Look forward to bed."
So at this point, everything was working mostly correctly. I had things that sort of seemed like tweets, and they were being generated by my program. I felt good about the work I had done. I sort of put it on the back burner for a little bit, but I sort of kept an open mind because I thought there might be something I want to do with it later.
I was thinking, like, what am I going to be able to do to, like, make it a game, right? Because, like, it's not fun right now, it's just a thing that I do. I was talking to Ailish. Say hi, Ailish.
Hello.
And we were thinking, alright, so what if, instead of just, like loading a bunch of things, it was like a game where you had to, like, try and guess, like, which one was the fake one and which one was just, like, actual quotes from Twitter. So, we're going to do that, alright?
So what I did is I took the same tweets I was using for generation, and I displayed some of them in this interface. This time I gave the player a chance to guess which one was the fake one. To stack the odds in my favor, I actually put 3 real tweets and only 1 fake one. It ended up being kind of addicting to just sit there and play it. The way this works is just a basic GUI with 2 functions. Start round, over here, makes 4 tweets, replaces 1 with a fake one, and then displays all of them. Make guess happens just when you click the button, and it checks whether or not you guess the correct one, marks down your score, and then it sends it back here so we can start another round right after.
And that was it. After some commenting and some polishing of the final code, it was done. I hope I was able to teach you something today about Markov chains. And if not, I hope you had fun playing the game. Bye!